You're listening to the Thursday edition of the Mid-Morning Madness Show with your host, the Gene Genie, Eugene Nolan, on Limerick City Community Radio.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, we're back again over there, number three. Number three is acting up again, isn't it? Is it number three? Yeah, we'll have to throw off number three for a second until we get sorted. I think number three is your one, Joanne, is it? It might be. Well, we'll sort that out. Good morning, everybody. It's Eugene Nolan here on the Jean Genie Show, the Acoustic slot. The Jean Genie Show, that was my old show back years ago. The Acoustic slot here. And
LCCR.
www. Do it properly, will you? LCR.ie here on Limerick City Community Radio live. And don't forget, it's also repeated on a Saturday between 2 and 3 on
www.
No, it's not www. It's LCCR 99.9 FM. Yes, we get her right. She's only back in training again a week after she did a fantastic show last week interviewing me, and she's forgotten everything. So, Joanne, the door is over there. Okay? Okay, in studio, I have with me the fantastic Ingrid Ferris. Ingrid, hello.
Hello there.
Hello there, Ferris. Hold on, let's see, can I get your microphone on? Does your mic just speak again?
Is my microphone on?
Yeah, your microphone is giving back a feedback enough. So what I'll do is I'll turn you off there and I'll use number 4. See, will the speak there? It might come in.
How's that coming in?
That's coming in better. So we'll use number 4 because that'll pick up both of you, yourself and your guitar. So you don't, yeah, well, you can be over if you want. So it's up to you. We forgot the WD-40 again, Joanne. Told you. And also with me in studio is Ingrid's husband, Ollie, and he's over there. Hi, Ollie. And also my best friend is Stefano Dillon. He came in to accompany me today, and I hope Ingrid doesn't mind.
Love having an audience.
There you are, absolutely fantastic. Ingrid, hello and good morning to you. How are you today?
Good morning.
How far had you travelled to get here this morning?
Well, you know, we live up in the hills.
Yeah, which hills?
Of Tip. Northern Tip, so it's about a half-hour drive.
That's not far, sure. I come from Newcastle, that's cost me 3/4 of an hour, sure. It's only up the road.
Bother.
Up the road. So, Joanne, I'm going to make sure that you were up to scratch today, okay? Because you got an awful lot of experience last week.
I did.
You did indeed. So I'm going to really kind of hope that you are going to support me today because I want to sit back and relax.
Do you know?
I do indeed. So I'm going to have you asking all the questions. So I'd like to get you prepared for our new show after Christmas, which will be a 2-hour show.
I know.
Starting
Isn't that exciting?
January the 12th. Yeah, so we'll have a 2-hour show, and that's going to be a new format, and looking forward to that.
Same
okay.
here.
So now, Ingrid, I have a song lined up here on the CED that you sent me. I'll give you a break to get yourself all your cheerleader boards all out of the way. And the song called, what's it called? Guy Yo Yo. Yo-yo?
Did I send you the Caveman song?
You didn't, no. Oh, I don't have the Caveman song. But
Which one do you have there?
I have that one there.
That's not mine.
They're not your songs?
No, those are not any of my songs.
No, I thought they were your songs. Oh, hold on. Maybe I have the wrong one. Aha. There you go.
Wrong side of the post-it there,
wrong
right?
Side. That was last week's.
So, yeah, the number 2 on your list there is Caveman song.
Is it number 2 or number 3?
It would be after Jingle.
Number 2,
so number 2.
Number 2 I have it lined up. Yeah, Caveman, this is your new single?
It is my new single, and there's a music video that goes with it too.
It is, yeah, have you seen that? Well, I've seen a clip of it.
Yeah.
You know,
a lot of humour in it.
A little mini clip so that you can get people to look at it fully.
That's right, because people's attention span is about 8 seconds these days.
8 seconds. Well, you have it on for about 1 minute, 4 seconds. So you're really trying to get their attention. Okay. I'll tell you what, we'll put her on and give you a time to get yourself together, okay? This is called Caveman.
No, sorry. 1, 2, 3.
Gathers wood, he builds a fire under a clear sky, indigo night. He lays the wood like an Indian teepee. He blows a flame, he looks like a chief. I crouch low, I move around, I tend the fire, I warm the ground. I crouch low, I move around, I tend the fire, I warm the ground. stories, he holds my hand. We are both filled, he is my man. We tell some stories, he holds my hand. We are both filled, he is my man. We kiss and we hug, we burn, we are bright under a clear sky in the good night. Oh, and life under the stars, trees silhouetted here by the fire. I crouch low, I move around, I tend the fire, I warm the ground. I crouch low, I move around, I tend the fire, I warm the ground. We tell some stories, he holds my hand. We are both filled, he is my man. We tell some stories, he holds my hand. We are both filled, he is my man. Playing their drums out under the sky. I see their fire, I smell their smoke. They seem so happy, they are my folk. They crouch low, they move around. They tend the fire, they warm the ground. They crouch low, they move around. They tend the fire, they warm the ground. We tell some stories, he holds my hand. We're both filled, he is my man. We tell some stories, he holds my hand. We are both filled, he is my man. In the darkness we breathe deep, the smell of juniper and lavender. We sleep on the dirt, wrapped in our blanket. We listen to nature sing our song. We crouch low, we move around. We tend the fire, we warm the ground. We crouch low, we move around. We tend the fire, we warm the ground. We tell some stories, he holds my hand. We are both filled, he is my man. We tell some stories, he holds my hand. We are both filled, he is my man. We tell some stories, he holds my hand. We are both filled, he is my man. La 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 la.
Okay, there you go. That was called Caveman from Ingrid Ferris.
That was beautiful.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. What was the inspiration behind that song?
Truly, the inspiration is my husband. He loves nothing more than being outside under the stars and building a fire. And as Eugene was saying earlier, hunting down the Tyrannosaurus Rex, putting him on a rotisserie, and we have lizard meat for dinner.
Lizard meat. What juices are you using? You're using...
Well, I think we need to talk to Stefano a little bit about, ingredients, because he's the resident Italian here. But,
of course,
red sauce really kind of blends in nicely with the gruesomeness
chili.
of the chili will work.
Yeah.
A little hot chili.
Yeah.
So it's all good, as long as there's some spuds, right?
Yeah. Well, that's the Irish thing for sprouts.
Right?
So,
I've learned.
Okay, let's stop talking about Christmas dinner now. Joanne, you see that you started off the conversation. Continue on there. Now, I'm going to sit back here.
Your husband.
I did.
Lovely.
I've got a couple songs that he's inspired.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And what? Excuse me, Joanne. Sorry. Can I? What inspired you to write a song about your good old fella there?
Well, where do songs come from? There's a spark. Mm-hmm. And you run with it, right?
Caveman.
Caveman, Spark,
Fire.
double entendre.
Oh,
Yes,
like-
love it. So there it is. I've got another one I'm going to be singing today that really just dropped out of nowhere. And as singer-songwriters, you know how that goes.
Yeah.
That's where the inspiration comes from.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's love.
What's your song that you have similar that you said you're going to might try and sing today?
Oh, would you like me to sing a song?
I could do it now if you like.
Or what was the question?
She can't even remember what she's been talking about. 5 minutes is she in the studio and she's already kind of forgotten what she's talking about.
This lad is from Dublin,
You were
guys.
saying that your husband Ollie inspires you to write songs.
Yeah.
And you were going to sing possibly a song already that you have there that you might like to sing. And if you like to sing it, why don't you sing it now?
Oh, then I will. All right, then I will. It wasn't the one I planned to open with because it's a ballad. But hey,
Ballads.
you know what?
Oh, I love a good
We
ballad.
have a
Do you
man
love
over
the
there
ballads?
who has a CD just going to be released very soon called Ballads from Home.
Oh, good, because I'm a sucker for the ballads. All right, so this is a song called Kisses to You, and I wrote it when my husband's mother was, she was losing her battle with cancer, and he had to go back to Germany. And so I was home alone, and I was sitting there thinking, well, how am I ever going to fill her shoes? Because she was a really mighty woman. And then this song dropped out of nowhere, and I suppose this is sort of the answer to the question. And it's called Kisses to You.
There you are, Kisses to You,
Yeah.
Ingrid Ferris.
Kisses to you under the stars, beside the fire, your eyes shine bright. Love is gentle, love is kind, I hold you like your mama did, under a blue summer sky. Take my hand one more time, take me to that quiet place. Whisper my secret name. Whisper, and I'll do the same. And I will dance with you. And I will dance with you. Walking in a foreign land, I will not be afraid. I see you, oh, look at me, and I will love you, and I will love you. I have so much to give away. My fields are full of plenty. You don't have to go hungry today. Take my hand one more time. Take me to that quiet place. Whisper my secret name. Whisper, and I'll do the same. And I will dance with you. And I will dance with you. And I will dance with you.
Wow.
Beautiful. Ingrid.
Beautiful. Isn't it great to be able to be able to write songs like that for your adorable husband over there, sitting there very quietly in the corner?
It's better than angry songs, you
Well,
know.
it is. Yeah, we don't want angry songs about husband because he wouldn't be there smiling.
Or unrequited love, you know, like yours.
Yeah, of
right?
course. Yeah. And what was going to say, Joanne, do you want to continue on the question?
Yeah, that song was so emotional, and the way you sang it as well, you know, and that the fact that the inspiration was from your husband's mum losing her battle with cancer, and I'm sure so many of us can relate to that, like myself.
I'm just out there watching Ingrid drink out of a fish bowl. It's a goldfish bowl.
I think it's a cool bowl.
Where is the goldfish gone? Did you have a goldfish in the
Well, my husband does have a few goldfish, but we have our own natural mountain spring water.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And I've gotten
is that it?
super spoiled, and that's it.
So that's Tipperary crystal.
It kind of would be.
Yeah, there you go. Now, see?
I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, it's up here for the head. I don't know where it is down there for the dancing, but that's what it's for. Absolutely. Come here, Ingrid, where are you actually from? Let people know about it.
Well, honestly, I grew up out in the country. And, you know, once you're country, Girl, country boy, that's it. And I don't care where in the world you grow up, but I grew up out in the sticks. But I grew up in Washington State, in a little place called Vaughan, Washington, in a big old farmhouse, family of 6 kids, classic mom and dad, you know. Yeah, it was a great place to grow up.
Absolutely. The countryside is so gorgeous, you know.
Yeah, you grew up wild.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
my
would.
imagination of American countryside would be massive, big, long, high, tall mountains with snow-capped and forests everywhere and greenery and, you know, ranches and stuff like that. Is that...
And bears and cougars and,
and all those
The things you don't
snakes
really
and
want to run
all
into
those sort of
accidentally.
things.
exactly.
But is that exactly what it's like? Log
It really
cabins
is.
and things like that?
Absolutely. In fact, growing up, my twin sister and I, we would just run wild. My mother would put little whistles over our neck, and we would just go run into the woods, and we'd find old log cabins that had just sort of broken down, you know, kind of like you see the abandoned places here in Ireland.
Yeah.
And we'd go explore and find old letters and old bottles, and it was terrific. I mean, we got ourselves in a few scrapes, but hey, we survived.
Yeah.
Were the bottles
I'm
empty?
here to tell the story.
Were the bottles empty?
I'm not telling. Might get back to my mom.
So the whistles that you had around your whereas just in case you got lost, you'd be able to blow the whistle and you were
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. And then when it was time for us to go, and usually we knew because it was getting dark.
Kind of, Ingrid, your dinner's ready, come home.
She had a bell. She really literally had a bell.
Literally on the porch.
Literally on the porch, and it was time to come home.
That's lovely, that's lovely, yeah.
I suppose by the time number 5 and 6 comes along, you're
my
a little
God.
less
Yeah.
protective, you
Of
know.
course,
It's like,
yeah.
go run wild.
Oh, yeah, do what you like. You know, don't come back till dinner's on. Yeah.
Go eat some, you know, wild apples and blackberries, you know.
To make things more communicatable, because you can't understand my Dublin accent because I speak fast and probably whatever it is. But Joanne is actually from America as well. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
what part of
I'm
America?
from New York City.
New York
originally.
City.
One of the great places in the
It
world.
was such a cool place to grow up. It really
And
was.
what age were you left when you left there?
I was 7.
Oh, you were 7. I thought you were 2. 7. So you do remember it.
I do remember
Okay.
it really well. I remember going to Central Park to see Elton John and Kickadee when I was about 3 years of age.
Don't go breaking my heart.
With my parents,
Yeah.
they were really into their music.
Right,
as well.
yeah.
That's where I get my interest and inspiration from music.
Well
you
done
know.
there. And Joanne, you don't sing. You said you don't sing.
I haven't a note in my head. My cat sounds better than me when he's screeching. So, no, not a note in my head.
Look,
But I can talk for Ireland.
I haven't got a note in my head, but I tried it, and look, I think take a go of it because I think you'll have a lovely voice.
No, not at
If a
all.
voice of radio, you might have a chance for a voice of singing.
Definitely not. No,
No.
I'm told.
We should do a duet together, me and you, on air. You know, I think we should. We should try that. Ingrid,
run out the
okay,
door.
yeah. What other song have you got written there? Because I want to try and get as many songs out of
Right.
you. Because I want to prove to the world that you are fantastic.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, I've got another song that I have lined up here, and it's actually a song. My eldest brother, Rick, is a poet. And
Did you know it?
And he knows it. And he knows it. And he's also won many prizes. He's also a haikuist. And he's currently working on this mammoth book, and it's been going on for years. I won't divulge it. Maybe he'll come over here and you can have him on your show.
Yeah.
But so at the time I was in a group called Gaelica, and it was sort of quasi-Celtic blend Americana. And so he wrote these lyrics for the band. And so my guitarist at the time wrote the music, which is gorgeous, which I cannot reproduce here because I am not a guitar player. I am looking for a guitar player, by the way. I am looking for a guitar player, by the way. Anyhow, and so I wrote, I put the poem to a melody, and the song is, as my brother Rick would describe it, it's sort of an insight to his feelings about climate change. Climate emergency, however you see it, and but it's a very poignant song, and it's called the Woods Girl Ballad.
Oh, go ahead.
You walk out of the woods beyond my house. You come naked as my soul, only leaves for a blouse. You walk into my room, gently soften my bed. You listen and remember to every word I ever said. Up goes the barley, outspread the limbs. Deep in my heart you tarry. It's you I'm gonna marry. All day and all night you tinker with my birth. You bring a bright green fire to my cold black hearth. Yours is the voice of the cougar, the deer on the owl. Yours the deep night chirping. The moon makes me howl. Up goes the barley, outspread the limbs. Deep in my heart you tarry. It's you I'm gonna marry. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Your deep woods are boundless, your songs dark and lyrical, your silence truly silent, your eyes my miracle. But one day unannounced you walked back into the woods, whose name I couldn't pronounce. Too true to be that good. Up go the barley, outspread the limbs. Deep in my heart you tarry. It's you I'm gonna marry. For years I scoured the forest. All night I sleep in the trees. By day I wait by the stream, or chase after the bees. Never again do I find you. Up goes the barley, outspread the limbs. Deep in my heart you tarry. It's you I'm gonna marry. Up goes the barley, outspread the limbs. Deep in my heart you tarry. It's who I'm gonna marry. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh.
Wow.
Very poignant.
That's lovely.
Beautiful.
Lovely. What's that song on about again?
Well, it's really just about how nature's there really kind of as our lover.
Yeah.
And they're just completely giving herself, if you will, to us with all the gifts of nature. And we kind of chased her back into the forest. And can we find her again?
Yep, there she's hiding there in a disappeared way because, as you said, like I think nature is it's so natural, like, you know, not like a human race. I don't think the human race is a natural race.
They're moving it in the wrong direction. Let's put it that way.
Definitely.
A very destructive race.
I remember summers as a kid. They were weren't they so much warmer here in Ireland,
and,
you know?
With the way things are now, with the man going back to the moon and then deciding to go back to heading on to Mars, let's go and destroy another planet.
Yeah.
You know, fix this one first.
I just read this little quick thing in this blip in the news this morning. Like, suddenly this beam of light hit the Earth from like 1 billion light years away, and I was almost like, is that a target? Like, are they like, you know, they're ready to exterminate us because we're self-destructive?
Yeah, of course. Like, you know, we're not alone. I can tell you that. I know.
No.
I've been in touch.
No.
We'll have to talk about that.
We'll talk about that later.
That's another radio show.
All right, after hours.
Yeah. The beaming light.
A beam of light.
Where did your music influence come from? And how did it all develop for you?
I studied up in Seattle in the 80s. And at the time, I was studying at the Cornish Intitute of Allied Arts, and it was an amazing experience. And I got to study jazz with some of the top jazz musicians at the time, and world music and classical. And but the big influence was grunge and reggae.
Okay.
You know,
See,
so
yeah,
if you're
grunge
hearing some rhythms,
Yeah, you can-
it's kind of definitely like this blend of like grunge and
It's a
reggae.
bit like the caveman. The caveman has a bit of that too. I
It
think.
does.
Yeah.
It really does. So that's why, again, I kind of have to get away from the guitar a bit because
Yeah,
that's
you get-
what I played at parties and stuff, and you muscle memory, you know?
Yeah.
So I'd say those are my influences. I mean, I've got huge influences of, you know, Edith Piaf or Maria Callas or Joni Mitchell is a big one. Let's see who else. I think Bjork, even though I don't know if I'd put her on as background music, but
I was just going to say that you have that similarity to Bjork.
yeah.
Yeah, even the look, I kind of, and the sound, because I reckon that you could cover copy of one of Bjork's songs. I think, you know, because that's
If you're listening, Bjork, maybe we could at least do a duet.
Well, the first time I saw you, the first time I met you because you were the Invisible Woman at the time, I just straight away Bjork came to my head.
Oh my gosh, you've made my
first
day.
vision.
You've made my day. Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, exactly.
Because she's such an elf.
Oh,
she's so
yeah.
elven. I just
Right.
adore her.
It's amazing.
And I love artists that just completely break out of any classification.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you listen to my album, Traveling Saints and Angels, you'll hear that. I mean, you'll hear the American influence for sure. But I don't adhere to any particular genre. I try not to because I believe that the music will speak for itself.
Yeah, I mean, come here. How many albums have you put together, or which is the
I've
release?
put together 5.
Five
Yeah, the
albums.
fabulous 5.
Yeah.
And can they find you on Spotify?
They
or-
can find me as Ingrid Ferris on Spotify.
Brilliant.
And I have a website, ingridferrismusic.com, on Bandcamp, which is how you can support artists fairly well directly, especially on their Free Fridays, which is brilliant. You can find me on Facebook. I'd love to be friends.
Yeah.
So Ingrid Ferris on Facebook.
I think you should just change the name to Ferris.
Ferris.
Just one word. Ferris.
Okay. Well, you know,
That sounds.
Ferris.
Ferris, number one on the charts.
Yeah, because Ingrid's kind of, you know, is kind of sends you up north. You
It
know,
does.
like,
Kind
I
of
should be a little Viking.
Ingrid who? Ingrid. I have one Ingrid down the road. Yeah. No.
Ferris. Or Ferris of the land.
Or Ferris wheel.
Ferris wheel, which is really funny because I was back in America and we were having this great music jam, and my brother-in-law Nicholas, who's a brilliant drummer, was there with my brilliant drummer Robin Toy, and we were just having a great jam out under the stars by the fire. And I made up this song. It was called the I. I was joking about doing this I tour where I'd hit all the places on the map that start with I. And it was Iceland, Ireland, London, like Italy, where we're India. That's a good one. India. There's a
Israel.
lot of countries.
Yeah, a lot of
Iran,
ones.
Iraq,
Indonesia,
Israel,
yeah.
Indonesia. Very
I'm
good.
telling you, there's a lot of them.
If I land in Indonesia, I won't leave. I'll be on the white sand beach as well.
I did the very same.
So it was a joke because it was really a joke, but then I ended up in Ireland. So it's kind of like, so maybe the London Eye is next.
No, stay in Ireland.
Say, oh, for sure.
You have to stay in Ireland.
I will, I promise.
Nobody comes to Ireland and leaves.
Okay. Oh. Is that the
Yeah, if you leave, forget about it. You're gone. That's why this guy over here came from Italy. He hasn't left.
And he has,
It's the best thing he's ever done.
and that's saying a lot coming from Italy
I had
because
another chap from. We had a chap from Mexico. Who came here?
Was it Brazil?
Some country. We've a lot of people.
Yes.
Come up from abroad,
Yeah.
landed in Ireland, and have stayed. It's absolutely amazing the amount of, and we have had over the last few months here that we've been here. The amount of artists I have in here have been from out of Ireland. They have lived in Ireland and
make
stayed
Ireland their home.
and made their home.
well, I have to blame the Irish people for that
Well,
because in truth, there is no one more pleasant to live around. And coming from America,
yeah, well,
it's nice to know that everyone's not packing a pistol.
do you have your roots here as well?
Do I have my roots here? I do have.
I knew she'd have roots. Like you have roots.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have roots. I live here.
I think most Americans have links with Ireland.
Oh gosh, don't
Really,
we?
you
Yeah.
know, they're
But we're
really
all Irish. Ireland is surrounded. As I was saying the other week, we never went to war, but we conquered the world.
We did.
Oh, I love that saying, guys. Oh, I love that so much.
We
And
killed
it's
them with
just the truth.
kindness.
Yeah, you kill them with kindness. Oh my gosh, Joanna, that's hilarious. Yeah, kill them with kindness.
So so that's where we're everywhere. Yeah, same as the Italians, like, I mean, they're.
Isn't there something like?
Don't talk about.
Is it 80 million people who identify as Irish throughout the world?
That's right.
The great diaspora.
Yeah, there's 10 billion people in the world nearabouts. Okay, 9.999.999 are Irish.
Yeah. Well, you guys are big producers. I mean, you know, you're prolific with the children department. So no wonder 2 times 2 is 4 and 4 times 4.
Oh yeah,
Exponential.
You forget what the multiplications are. We ended instead of saying pluses, we multiply.
Right, exactly. Have 2s, 3s, you know.
Yeah. Stefano, I want poor. There's Stefano sitting over there, all kind of with his hand on his chin, like, you know, taking it all in. Stefano.
He looks like something out of like a Netflix series, you know, like set back in the 1600s.
Who does he look like? First impression.
Oh,
go on.
George Clooney.
So straight away,
He's got the look.
He's got the look.
He's got the look. He's got the look.
Stefano, while you're over there, do you want to say anything to Ingrid? Silence.
Oh mio papino caro,
I cannot say anything. I don't know. She's a gorgeous, a lovely woman, and I love her. Yeah.
I'm very curious to see your version to hear your version of the song. Not Vegas Band.
That will not be being produced today, but it will come. I can't imagine doing it more beautifully than you, though. And that is the honest truth. I'm not trying to flatter you.
Did you read the story I put up? I put that up the other night for you, especially. I put all that together. But
You're so good at organizing.
So inspired, all that in one moment.
I hear you. I hear you. I get like that too. Obsessive.
Yeah.
But that's how you get stuff done.
Yeah, you just don't stop.
It is.
And you won't stop until you finish. And when you finish, you want to recreate it.
Yeah.
And do it better.
Boom. You know it. Don't you know it? Yeah. I've got so many pieces like that. I'm just waiting for the bad weather to hit. So I'm trapped in my music studio, so I'll finally get all this stuff done.
Okay. Right. Let's try and get another song out with you, because time will just pass on.
All right. Well, I'm going to do another song then. And I'm starting to see this through line here, because I keep singing about the wilderness and wild things. And that's actually, this song is called The Wild Places. All right.
So you're a bit of an environmentalist.
How can you not be?
Environment musician.
Ooh, I like that. Or eco-pop. I was thinking like eco-pop. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be just completely labeled, but I certainly am a tree hugger.
There's a new name.
Big time tree hugger.
That's a new name. We could a new genre. We could
eco-pop?
Eco-pop.
Yeah, okay, eco-pop. That's now copyrighted, right?
It's ours. It's
ours now, guys. Back off. Eco-pop. So this song is, and it's also, this song is definitely, I don't like to say anything, but it's certainly highlighting, I'd say, the foolishness of the fact that we're still settling conflicts with violence in this world. And so it's, you could call it kind of anti-war. I don't like the fact that we kill each other to solve our problems. Let's come together, to the table and let's talk. So this is called The Wild Places. Are you calling me into the forest? Are you calling me up into the pines? Are you calling me into the wilderness, where I can spend some time? In the wild, 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 wild places. In the wild, 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 wild places. Where the river meets the headlands, and it's the last town before we head north. 'Cause nothing's like it was before. Is it all the busy doing in a system built by man? Is it all the busy doing we're building on the sand? In this age of information, you think that we would understand that Earth and all that's in it is everyone's homeland. So, are you the river? Are you calling me up into the pines? Are you calling me up the river to the wild, 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 wild places? Oh, to the wild, 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 wild places. Oh, in a world where truth is twisted, false promises are right, where all the world seems hungry with an endless appetite, and war for profiteering is a game of keeping score of all the earth's commodities and how they can get more. So, are you calling us up the river? Are you calling us up into the pines? Are you calling us up the river to the wild, 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 wild places? To the wild, 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 wild places. To the wild, 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 wild places.
Brilliant, Ingrid.
Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff.
Thank you. Thank you.
My throat there.
Uh-oh, you want some tip
I'm
water?
Want some Tipperary Crystal?
I know, Tipperary Crystal. I love it. Ingrid, have you any gigs lined up?
You know, I'm going to be at the Acoustic Club on December 13th. I'll tell you what, everyone should come out. It's a free gig, and the talent that is coming out of the woodworks of Limerick City itself and probably the outlying areas, it's stunning.
And the location for it is beautiful. In the record room downstairs.
Downstairs is so cozy.
It is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, and the guys do such a great job. And of course, we have our MC here, who's
We do
just
indeed.
the best of the best of the best.
And I'll be there as well.
Well,
Will you?
Yeah,
terrific
definitely.
then.
What we know is we have fantastic new talent coming online all the time, because before we were in the Charlie Malone's for a number of years, and previous to that we were in the White House. But of late we are now in the commercial bar, the record room. And with the new area we have, it's a bigger stage area and a bigger arena as such.
It's a lovely setting.
Oh, the newer talent coming through, the new singer-songwriters, the younger talent of someone who never got that chance before are coming through.
That's the thing. That's the thing. And it just gives you a place to kind of shake out your show, try out new songs, support one another.
Exposure.
It's the exposure. And then the fact that you guys film it with high quality film, you learn so
That's
much
key
by
too.
seeing yourself perform, right? Or like when I performed last time, I drew a complete blank on some lyrics. So, and you go home and you're just so mortified. But then it was like, oh my gosh, wait, I can watch it. And then you realize, it wasn't that bad.
No,
you know?
see, I know when you're a professional singer like Stefan and stuff like that, or that, who drop a note or drop a chord or drop a word or something like that, and they get, but
that's what you focus on.
But you've got to realise, I always feel that the audience don't really see that. They don't
hear it.
But you do, and you go, because of perfectionism.
Yeah,
and but the audience don't really see that. They hear it, but it's only lasts like that.
This is true. But because you're a trained musician, you're going to focus in on the flaws. It's kind of like the 100th sheep. You leave the flock behind, you go after that 100th sheep because it's lost, and it's like, oh my gosh, I dropped.
And I was going to say, the video recording, my headphones are acting up. The video recordings are great for that, for all the artists to look back on. And Keith keeps them in an archive on his page, and they're all there to be downloaded. Like, you can go in and look for Ingrid Ferris. He'll have all of them under Ingrid Ferris. And you just
he's that organized. Aren't they lovely? Well, the volunteerism, the spirit of volunteerism. I mean, the fact you guys came out this morning you know, and you're sitting here for the love of music.
For the love of music, like yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Well,
that's
yeah.
what's brought us all together today.
That's true, and I suppose I could see myself as a volunteer, but I kind of feel like I'm the mic hog here.
yeah.
I get to do most of the talking.
Well,
So.
we're here. I'm here. We're here to present to everybody out there that there is fantastic talent out there, singers that
talent.
don't get recognised, don't get listened to, don't get heard on commercial radio,
Right.
or even in the church. Some of the artists that we have here are fantastic singer-songwriters and produce fantastic songs that outdo some of these pop stars that are out there that go into the studio and record one verse and then come back and record another verse or the chorus without doing the whole song right through. Right? And this is what, I mean, as I said, about the CDs that we put out and stuff like that, this is where we get these opportunities for these artists to actually get onto a CD, which you never get a chance to have.
Right.
And it's something to have for life.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Because, you know.
It's given people great opportunities to actually have their songs heard.
Well,
A
exactly.
greater audience.
Yeah.
Rather than just their friends or in the local pub.
Right, because look, if you really wanted to have a profession, you know, this is your primary income as being a musician. You're not going to go out there with originals. Like here in Ireland, you're going to be a trad band, you know, and then you can make a living. But if you're just sort of busting out and doing original music, and you're not fitting into whatever's hip,
you've got to have your covers. But you've got to also, if you're a singer-songwriter, to push your originals out there as well.
Yeah.
And try to make them that they are better than the covers that you do. Do.
I do some of that too. In fact, that's how I covered my tail when I forgot my lyrics. I was like, do.
Okay, let's go and get you another song in before we kind of start wrapping up.
Well, look, you know, here's the thing. Again, I've had great privilege of working with fantastic musicians, and I'm hoping to really bring a band around me again here in Ireland. But I left my peeps back in America. A lot of my music is really beyond my guitar playing abilities, my original songs.
Okay.
So I'm glad you've got one more lined up to play for the audience.
Well, yeah, I have it lined up, but no, I'm going to try and get as much as
all right, so I'm going to do a cover. I am going to do a cover, and I wanted to bring in an Irish song, but it's not a trad song, actually. But I fell in love with this song the first time I heard it and read up on it, and you're going to guess which one it is as soon as I say who wrote it. It's by Jimmy McCarthy.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, you're not going to, yeah.
Just go.
You know.
Just go
Okay.
for it.
So here we go. And I had the great privilege back in August. Some dear friends took us out to Leisureland to go hear the man himself, Christy Moore.
Yeah.
And he came out so strong. Wow. And just blew everyone. My hair was flying back. We had prima seats. We were like 3 seats back from the soundboard, right? So you know you're getting the best sound, right?
Static.
And and then he sits down, you know, and he takes a minute. He goes, you know, and this is only, you know, we're waiting for song number 2. And he goes, I was standing backstage behind the curtain and just getting a feel for the audience. And something in me said, hey, Christy, dive deep. And what do you know? Yeah. He starts this song. And it's called Ride On. Do you love it?
Yeah, this is actually, Ride On is actually a song. I love Christy Moore's songs. I sung Ride On and The Voyage.
Oh, yeah.
The Voyage, when I first got married, I first met my wife, and when we first got married and had our first kids and stuff like that was our song.
Really?
Yeah, The Voyage. It was our first, because from the first time our child was born, we had a crew.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what it's all about.
And Ride On is actually another one of my favourite songs, which was many, many years previous. And then my daughter now, who is a horse rider, rides a horse. We have a horse, and she's a show jumper, and she works in the equestrian centre. And I've always sung that song years ago when she was a child to her, and now she is actually
a horse rider.
Every day, yeah.
An equestrian. Well, and I would just like to say this out to my American family and friends who are listening. Some of them actually set their alarm at 4 a.m. so they could hear me this morning. So hi there.
Hi, everybody
there,
in
family.
America.
Hi, friends. Thank Thanks so much for tuning in. I should explain now, I think that Jimmy kind of left it a little bit vague what the song's about, but those who know Irish history would say that it was probably about the kidnapping of Shergar, the famous racehorse. Right. Yeah. And so, so I have a real love for one particular horse right now. He's a Connemara pony, and I got to name him. His name is Thunder. He belongs to Paddy Kennedy, and I love that. I got him to eat a carrot from my mouth the other day.
Oh, that's good.
Ponies, Connemara. I had one growing up, a grey one. Yeah.
Oh gosh, you guys.
Adored her.
Y'all are gonna have to come up the mountain and visit us. I tell you, right. So all right, then, guys. I guess I killed enough time talking about this one. So here we go.
So here we have Right On by Ferris.
Right On, and this is a shout out to you too, Christy Moore, because you are a powerhouse. You are an inspiration. And Jimmy, of course. True, you ride the finest horse I've ever seen. Standing 16,102, eyes wild and green. You ride the horse so well, hands light to the touch. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. Ride home, see you. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. When you ride into the night without a trace behind, run your claw along my gut one last time. I turn to face an empty space where you used to lie, and look for the spark that lights the night through the teardrops in my eyes. Oh, ride home, see you. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. Ride home, see you. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to.
Wow.
Beautiful.
You need to end that with a bit of a...
Yeah, it's haunting actually, isn't it?
Is it?
And for any animal lover.
Oh,
I mean, any animal lover.
Animal lover, my son loves that song as well. He's 24 years of age and he's loved that song all his life. Yeah.
I can't relate to non-animal lovers.
No, I can't.
I don't know. It's kind of like people who don't eat garlic.
Yeah. Oh, well. I'm having problems with my headphones. I'm getting backbeating. But I think it's the system there acting up. It's you, Ferris.
It is me. I'm electrical. I was born on
crystal water.
It's the crystal water. Yeah, and my twin sister and I were born on Tesla's birthday.
You have a twin sister?
I do.
Oh.
And she's a fine artist, in fact, a painter. Also classically trained at Cornish in fine arts. Studied under some great masters. And you can find her. She's Karen Mackenzie Art.
Okay. Are you identical?
No, we're fraternal.
Okay, right.
She likes to think we're identical. I don't know why, but I do believe that we are fraternal.
Is there a longer duration between just on the day when you were born? Were you born at midnight and she was born at 11:59 the following night?
I always joke about this. Like, I busted out, and 4 minutes later, she just slid on out. She's been kind of sliding on out ever since. I've been busting the way.
So you're the older sister.
I am. She likes to say that. She likes to play the baby. Yeah. Karen, I love you.
You got to treat me nice.
I love you.
Yeah.
But no, she's fantastic. She's really fantastic. I love her artwork. And it's funny because she's a total music junkie. I mean, you know how some people just slaver after music? That's her. And I just slaver after the fine arts. I mean, I go into a museum and I'm just like looking at art. I really?
Yeah, I
love architecture.
I've gone to architecture as well.
Architecture is what I love.
Yeah.
Oh, now I've got someone to go to the Hutt Museum with me.
Absolutely.
Joanne is very good as well. Stefano, she's been selling art. She's been doing very well. Yeah.
Fantastic, guys.
So much talent around.
Well,
isn't
we've
it?
got a renaissance going on here in Limerick City.
Ollie,
I think so.
we're not forgetting about you there, stuck in the corner. We're still thinking of it. Take another lollipop there down and keep yourself. Look after yourself. We're going to get you another song because we've only got about 5 minutes left to go. So I want to get you to get another song out of the way so that we'll get as much out of you as possible, because I want to get as many songs out of you because you're talented and fantastic vocals.
Okay, so again, I didn't have any more originals, but you know that thing about when you get thrown off the saddle and you're supposed to get back on?
Immediately. Yeah.
So this was my screw-up song. Oh, can I say that on the radio? Anyways. This was the song I screwed up the other night. So I thought, you know what, Ingrid? Get back in the saddle. I have a little friend named Patrick. He's not little anymore. He's actually taller than me now. And he's a great hunter. He takes the horses out hunting. And he fell off his mount the other day going over a double ditch. And he just didn't let go of the reins. And the horse kicked him, not intentionally, of course, and almost busted his wrist. But anyways, so he got back up on the saddle. You know, and I thought, that's it, Patrick, you've inspired me. So I'm getting back up on the saddle, and I'm going to sing to you my version. It's kind of a back porch version of Don McLean's Vincent. And it's for all you artists out there, you know? Okay, here we go.
Brilliant.
Starry, starry night. Paint your palettes blue and gray. Look out on a summer's day with eyes that know the darkness in my soul. Shadows on the hill, catch the breeze and the winter chills, sketch the trees and the daffodils in colors on the snowy linen land. And now I think I know what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now. Starry, starry night, flaming flowers that brightly blaze, swirling clouds of violet haze, reflecting Vincent's eyes of china blue, colors changing hue, morning fields of amber green, strangers' faces lined in pain are soothed beneath the artist's loving hand. And now I think I know what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now, for they could not love you, but still your love was true. And when no hope was left inside on that starry, starry night, you took your life as lovers often do. Oh, but I could have told you, Vincent, this world was never meant for one as beautiful as you. Starry, starry night, portraits hung in empty halls, frameless heads on nameless walls, with eyes that see the world and can't forget, like the strangers that you've met. Ragged men in ragged clothes, the silver thorn of bloody rose lies crushed and broken on the snowy land. And now I think I know what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they're not listening now. Perhaps they'll never win.
Beautiful.
What a
finish to the show. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. You okay?
I am. I just go there, you know. You gotta go there. So yeah, thanks so much.
I keep going. I have to call you Ferris.
I like it. Mirror on the wall. Who's the Ferris?
Joe Coleman Joe is in studio now. He's following us now. We just want to thank you very much for being here. Absolutely beautiful having you. You're
Thanks
absolutely
so
fantastic.
much, guys.
Beautiful music.
And just to let you know that the show will also be repeated on Saturday
between 2 and 3 on 99.9 FM.
LCCR. Remember the LCCR part. She'll remember next time.
Tattoo it.
Okay, yeah, we'll be back here next Thursday. Another guest. We'll have Tom O'Brien will be our special guest next week, and we'll be back here again. And don't forget, tune on Saturday between 2 and 3 on LCCR 99.9 FM. This is Eugene and Joanne
Maloney.
signing off. Until next time, take care and good luck.
Have a great week.
Bye-bye. Phew, that was fun.
You're listening to Thursday's edition of the show with your host, the Gene Genie, Eugene Nolan on Limerick City Community Radio.